And on today's episode of the Ball Boys podcast,
Real could buy Kane for 100M, then get Benzema for maybe just an additional maybe 25M.
Hey, my name is the chairman of Real Madrid.
Yeah, there you go.
And I am.
Welcome back to the Ball Boys podcast, guys. Today with Jonah and Nigel. Kiki's not here, unfortunately. He has other things to do, but it's all right. It's all right. We've just finished up with recording the quiz and now going to the podcast. So today, as you can tell by the title, we're talking about Real Madrid and how we can fix them as a club by the transfers we make. So in this scenario, I am the chairman of Real Madrid. These two are scouts, and they have collected a certain amount of data about players that we should sign as Real Madrid, and they're gonna pitch to me, and at the end of it all, I'll make the decision on who we sign. The budget they have is 250 million pounds. And yeah, so that should be good. So I guess we can immediately start off with that then. So I'm the Real Madrid chairman. So should I have like some fancy Spanish
How
name?
was Spanish?
El Enrique
No.
Papito.
Hello, my name is...
Hey, my name is the chairman of Real Madrid.
Yeah, there you go.
And I ask if you use the scout have the players we have to make the team better after all.
I can't do this.
can't
Anyway,
do this,
so I'll be the chairman of these guys, of the Real Madrid. So first of all, I need you to tell me the positions, not the players you have scouted for, Jonah.
I feel that I would choose a centre-back, new striker,
Alright.
and a left wing.
Are you under the budget?
Under the budget?
The budget of 250
250, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Fine.
And Nigel, what positions have you scouted for?
Wing, defender, and striker.
Which wing?
Build wing.
So right wing.
Right.
Yes, right wing. Because right wing.
Okay, so
Yes.
so let's get straight into it. So I need so let's start with striker.
Striker.
Who has a striker?
Me.
Let's start with Nigel.
Yeah.
So tell me a striker, how much you get him for, and the amount of money, and his stats and so forth.
So sorry.
And explain the reason why you chose him.
Okay. So I chose Hurricane.
Okay.
aka Hurricane, that's what I call him.
Okay.
And I chose him because currently at Tottenham they're not winning any trophies,
Okay.
which makes it harder for Tottenham to keep him, meaning he's gonna live for cheap. He's gonna be cheap, and he scores more than.
Wait, you said he's going to be cheap.
Yeah, he's going to be cheap to live from Tottenham.
Why?
Don't
Because
think so.
they don't win trophies, meaning the player also is in the initiative to leave the club.
But that means
But Pochettino said they're not going to sell for less
That's
than
what they
that.
say.
Yeah.
That's what they say. But you know,
Yeah.
if the guy wants to leave the club, he's gonna leave the club.
Right.
See,
that means the thing is. Okay, continue.
see, I know he signed a. he signed
Okay,
a
so
contract.
what price are you quoting me?
About 100.
Is that cheap, really?
Yeah, that's
Okay, for Hurricane.
for Hurricane, and at his age,
It's 25, I think he has more time.
he has more time.
Yeah.
And he scores more than 20 goals a season for in the Premier League only.
He's how's how old?
Yes,
How old is he?
25.
25.
2025 and scores more than 20 goals year in, year out in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Meaning he's a proved striker.
Yeah.
No taking chances. Salah.
You said 100 million
Yeah,
pounds.
100 million pounds flat out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a choosing.
So, do you think? Okay, now give me a pitch for a striker.
Well, my pitch, okay. I would like to go with Mbappe
All right.
for 150M.
Okay.
But if I can't sign Mbappe, I would go for Hurricane as well.
Okay.
Mbappe right now is very young, and he's I believe the top scorer in the French in League One, right?
Correct.
And so yeah, there is very good initiative to sign him. I believe that his age and especially with how Real Madrid right now are trying to reinvent themselves as a very young, back to the same young classic Galactico team, I feel Mbappe would be a very good addition. However, there is a problem when it could be a Robinho situation.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Robinho, I believe, is a World Cup winner. No, he's
No,
not.
he's not.
He's not a World Cup winner, but he has titles to his name, right? Very good.
He was named by Pele,
Yeah,
the next Pele.
the next Pele,
Yes,
correct?
He's so. Full
He was a
of-
prospect for Brazil, and yeah, even though Brazil didn't win, I would say they're like they're parallel traits in terms of how the media is portraying them and how effective they are for their respective clubs. Correct?
Yeah.
So there could be a situation where he grows old and he finds himself at a team like Manchester City.
Right.
Listen, like, you know, so like...
They say City's bad.
No, I'm not saying City is bad, but at the
They're
time,
what we love.
I'm saying not a very good team. Because at the time when Robinho went to City were...
Oh, you're talking about
Robinho.
Robinho. I thought you were talking
Robinho.
about
No, I'm
Kylian.
saying they're parallels. What I'm saying is what I'm saying.
Oh.
Robinho started out very good.
As
Oh, I get. I thought you were talking about
Yeah,
Kylian
as a very
City.
young child, he was very good. Was in Real Madrid, so on and so forth. But then at some point he tanked due to injuries or whatsoever. So my only concern is that may happen. Therefore, I via an alternative, and I vouch for an alternative in Harry Kane, because Harry Kane right now is 25 years old, right?
Yes. 5 years senior of Mbappe.
5 years senior of Mbappe. However, the good thing with Harry Kane is that we have seen that he's just
Right.
he's rising at a sporadic fashion, right?
Yeah.
And so and he's older, so that means we already know we have the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, we have the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, that we are sure that he will be good for the next at least maybe next 6 or 8 seasons.
Right.
Okay, so you understand. So I would vouch for Harry Kane 100 million. He's cheaper.
Right.
Okay. That's it.
Let me ask you,
Striker.
how much are you saying for Kylian?
Kylian 150. Because
Okay.
you can't. Because I mean
Considering the fact
PSG.
that they
Yeah.
bought him at 180.
180. They would create a deficit. However, if he really wants to move to Real, if he sees no future, I think they could compromise. Because if he just refuses to play, like what Coutinho did, he just
Basically,
refused to play for Liverpool. So if Mbappe, I think the owner of PSG can come to a consensus, because he's not playing. He's refused to play. If it comes to a scenario like that,
Yeah.
Real Madrid are offering 150, so 30 million deficit would be a loss. However, if he's not playing, what could he do?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And I have a few questions about Harry Kane
Yeah.
since you two seem rather sure on him.
yeah,
From my own observations, I see he's rather injury prone.
right,
With the last 3 seasons, he's been out with some form of injury that have kept him out for about
Correct.
6 months
yeah,
in total.
mhm,
6
And-
months.
In total,
Yeah.
all the injuries.
That's more than Neymar.
yeah.
No,
I mean, less than Neymar though.
I understand that.
Yeah,
But what I'm
that's
trying to say, and so is 100 million really good for a player who could be injured for a good part of the season?
True, but they did take that risk with Gareth Bale as well. I mean, I'm not sure if Gareth Bale in injury
Gareth Bale is
prone.
more injury prone.
There's more injury prone when he's in his time in Spurs. And they did take the chance. And you saw that Real Madrid immediately began to win under Bale. I'm saying right now Bale is not at his top form.
Yeah.
However, when he did come to Real Madrid that initial time,
Yeah.
we can just an example of his effect was the famous goal where he basically
Right.
outran the guy in Dortmund, what's his name?
Was it Dortmund or Barcelona?
He was Barcelona player,
Bartra.
but yeah, Mark Bartra.
He's not plays for
Was it
Betis.
Oh, Betis.
This was.
But when
Not
Bale
Copa
was
del Rey.
Copa del Rey is what
Yeah,
I'm
the
saying.
Barcelona match where he scored the goal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we're talking about. So we're saying he clearly made an effect for
Yeah.
Real Madrid immediately, and I do think that Kane will bring in scoring power that he's known for in the Premier League, because like Benzema right now isn't doing it for them. Even though that's their only viable option, he's not doing it for them.
Bale.
No, Benzema.
Ah.
Benzema, the striker, he's not doing it. He's not
So
doing it well.
This
for
season,
them.
surprisingly, he's doing.
He's doing well, but
He's
Kane
done
could
it,
do
yeah.
better. Is what I'm saying.
obviously.
Real Madrid are very good, very high scoring team. In fact, this season, their poorest season, they only have half the goals Barcelona have scored,
Yeah.
and it's very troubling because Real Madrid are very high
There
scoring.
was a point
teams.
Messi and Suarez had the same amount
Same
of goals
amount
as
of
the
goals.
whole of Real
Exactly.
Madrid.
So like, I feel Kane would be a very perfect addition to the team. He has better. I feel he'll have better service than he does at Spurs.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, Spurs have ridiculously sold away Dembele or loaned him away, whatever.
Well, they sold it.
They sold him away.
Yeah.
It's so they're going to be punished. Their midfield right now is
It's very thin.
very subpar, not good at all. I mean, it's decent, but it's not for Harry Kane. Harry Kane, I feel, to be a winner in Europe's big stage, he'll have to go to Real Madrid. And I think 100 million is the correct price point if Real Madrid is starting up a new Galactico squad. There you go.
So, and you think that his reward is greater than his risk?
Exactly, basically, yeah.
And for Mbappe, we don't necessarily have. It's not assured that he could be good.
He could be, longevity is the issue.
The issue, yeah.
It's I'm sure Kylian will be amazing. Don't get me wrong, but then there's the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, definitely.
You understand? Robinho, and it happened to Real Madrid many times.
It has happened. Yeah.
It has happened
a few times.
Yeah.
And so I have another question, considering that it's not like the person who is currently there is just gonna evaporate.
Of course, yeah, Benzema.
We're going to have to get rid of some dead weight. So how much do you think can get Benzema at? And
I think they could do a trade.
How
with
old is
Spurs.
he?
I think Benzema could do well at Spurs.
How old is Benzema?
he's 31, if I'm not wrong. Yes, 31.
Yeah, I think Benzema.
So
yeah.
if they were to make a bid for him, like clean,
Yeah.
it would be about 25 at most.
Yeah, maybe.
So you think they could potentially?
I know, but
And I don't think Spurs would want Benzema for Kane. I don't think they're that crazy.
But look at it this way. Okay,
they
fine.
need someone.
They'd rather take the money and buy some, add or top it up and buy.
But
Take
who
Benzema.
do they have on strike if Kane goes? Llorente.
No,
That's
Son has
it.
been playing there when Kane
Oh,
was.
Son. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
They can't play.
And
can't
Llorente
play.
also proved himself like he's a good.
Not really.
No.
He played well against Dortmund. He scored. He scored against Dortmund. Yeah, in the 3-0.
Llorente?
Yes,
I don't remember.
Llorente has proved himself so much.
Okay, fine. But I don't think. But if you are getting Benzema in for free, okay. What I'm assuming is we can. Real could buy Kane for 100M, then get Benzema for maybe just an additional maybe 25M, as Nigel said. But it could be a swap. You understand?
Yeah.
It's more of a swap than anything than a signing.
I don't see that happening.
A swap plus card.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't see that happening realistically, but I'd say that would be a good bet if you're trying to save money.
As Real Madrid.
Yeah, as Real Madrid. And you know, Real Madrid, their release clauses for their players are tremendously high.
Benzema is £1 billion.
But yeah, is a release
Clause.
clause.
Is £1 billion.
What was Ronaldo's?
Ronaldo's
Huh?
just under that.
Yeah,
It's about 700 million.
yeah.
And he left for free, yeah?
No, he left at 100 million.
How so?
It's not, you see, the thing is, a contract clause doesn't necessarily mean that you have to leave for that much.
Yeah.
It's just that, so like, see, a contract clause in the sense that once you, let's say I give you that 700 million, I basically have him, automatically have him. So that's just basically to stop that from happening.
Wow.
So the thing is, no one will realistically pay 700 million. Even if you're the greatest player in the world, no one's gonna do that. It's not, the mark is not in that, and
Oh, so it's basically just
Like that.
paying off the club immediately to have it.
yeah, that's just like, here, take the money, I'm going with you.
Oh, no negotiations or anything.
Yeah.
No negotiations, just maybe the contract between you and the
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
So okay, that's good. I'll pick at all at the end. So
Yeah.
what other positions did you get?
Other
What's
positions-
the next position you want us to go?
I'd prefer to go to the centre backs.
All right.
Centre backs.
Wait, did you get a centre back?
Yeah, I got a sense
Centre
of
back.
Alright,
Yeah, centre
so-
back. Fine.
NFL defense.
Fine. So who go first?
Between you. Yeah,
I'll
you
go first.
you go
Fine.
first.
So it'll either be between Koulibaly or De Ligt.
And what choices did you come up with?
Oh!
You came up with the same choices?
No.
Okay, I want to know your choices, but
Mine is
who goes
delete and that's Pliqueta.
Yeah.
Controversial. That's a controversial.
first? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That should be interesting. So tell me.
Fine. So De Ligt, obviously, big guy. Big guy is proven effective
Actually, no.
for Ajax. He's a captain. I feel Ramos right now is has already plateaued off his greatness. So
Yeah.
like he's plateaued off now. He's basically on a downward spiral.
Yeah.
So I feel De Ligt would be the perfect replacement for him. Firstly, he's a captain, so he has that leadership quality.
Captain of 19.
Captain of under 19 as well, and he's 19 years old.
19,
He's at 19 years old, and he's 19. He's young. He's big. He's strong, but same thing goes for him and Mbappe.
Yes.
Longevity. We injuries could happen, whatever could happen, but
Yeah.
So benefit of the doubt kind of
Yeah.
thing. I'll go for Koulibaly.
Yeah.
Koulibaly, how old is he? Like 20?
He's in his 20s. He's
Yeah.
latter 20s.
Yeah. So Koulibaly, solid.
Very solid.
Solid African player. Solid. I think that a connection between him and Varane would just be splendid. Yeah. Koulibaly.
But don't
yeah.
you think, in the sense of the benefit of the doubt type
Yeah.
of thing,
Yeah.
I think as a defender, as a centre back,
Yeah.
you have more leeway.
Yeah,
actually,
exactly.
Than
Than
Mbappe,
an
an attacker, because then it's easier to. I don't know what to say. But basically, as an attacker, you're under more scrutiny
Yeah.
than you'd be possibly under
Yeah.
as a centre back.
Right.
I feel as a centre back, you have to be seriously bad
Right.
for people to not want you to play. No.
Correct. Yeah.
And so I feel okay, but continue.
Yeah. So also maybe Jovic.
Jovic.
Yeah. Is it Jovic? The guy
Jovic's
from.
a striker.
No, sorry. Yeah, he's a striker. Sorry. Never mind that. So yeah. So him and Koulibaly, I think right now he's desired for sure
Okay.
with United. Yeah. So I think
How old is Koulibaly?
he's
Like
late
25,
20s.
I believe he's 28.
Yeah.
Nah, Delete is 21. I
The
mean,
net is
19.
19.
19. He's
Also,
19.
another thing is with how much are we getting the league for here?
I'd say 50 both.
50.
Ajax will not sell him for cheap.
Okay, yeah.
That's for
facts.
sure. Ajax will never sell him for cheap.
150 or 50.
No, 50M. 50M. Sure.
That's little.
You
I
think
feel.
so?
Think so.
For
I mean, for someone who's 19.
Of his age of 9. Exactly, that's
True.
the thing.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
The
it's
potential is showing at
I mean,
19.
now I'm trying to like cut costs.
I
Yeah.
understand, so you're being optimistic.
Yeah, I'm being optimistic. So I'm saying 50 would do.
Alright.
And maybe they can, maybe a trade, I don't know. But I think 50 for both Koulibaly and De Ligt would be just the right. Because Ajax won't sell him for cheap,
Of course.
obviously. They always never sell their players for cheap.
Yeah.
And but I do think that, Real have good business.
Yes, they do.
They really have good business, and they have, so
And also, you need to take account the Galactical model they
Yeah,
have.
of course, yeah, De Ligt is hot fire right now.
Yeah.
He's like with De Jong and like the new wave of players, and Real are going young now.
Just like Barcelona.
They're going for that wow factor. They now have they have a rising prospect with Vinicius and I'm not sure if Isco will stay.
Isco is staying.
Isco is staying. Zidane.
Oh, okay,
Zidane.
fine.
See,
Yeah.
that's attracted Pogba. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
cool. Yeah,
Ah,
so
Just the presence of the guy. Is
So, yeah,
attractive.
so I
That's
think-
even Hazard.
So I
Even
think
Hazard.
yeah, De Ligt and or Koulibaly. If you can't get Koulibaly, De Ligt, and vice
Okay.
versa.
So tell me.
So, since you already talked about Delete, I want to talk about him.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I'll talk about
Aspilicueta.
that guy.
Aspi.
Aspi.
You think Aspi would make it there?
Or Dave.
Just his mate.
Yeah.
And this guy, Alvaro Origizola. I think
But he's already at Real Madrid
he's at Real Sociedad.
on loan.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd call him back ASAP.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you believe we need a right back?
Yeah, cause Carvajal has a funny heart disease.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, he has a
Oh, he
funny.
does. Okay.
Yeah, he has a funny heart disease, so I'm not sure how long he's gonna be playing. And
And he's actually also very injury prone.
yeah, he's injury prone.
Mm.
So someone like Cesc he's consistent for Chelsea.
Cool. Yes,
What?
that's fabulous.
Yeah,
Cesc.
Cesc is,
See, just call him Dave.
Hey, man said
That's
Cesc fabulous.
Yeah, we call
What?
him Dave.
it's called Dave.
That's what we call him.
Dave. That's what.
I promise you, we call him Dave at Chelsea. Just know that. I don't know why, to be honest. But you call him Dave.
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 Dave is consistent, is solid, and he'll give them a bit of balance before they find someone. Before
So you see him as
Alvaro gets into shape and fits in the Madrid team. Because by the time he's doing all that, Dave will already be leaving. He'll already be leaving.
So let me ask you
And
before you continue.
Yeah.
So you see more of a short-term option basically.
yeah, I see more of a short-term option as Alvaro gets up to speed with the Madrid terms because he's only 21.
Yeah.
And he had last season, last season, he created 17 chances and 4 of them were assists.
As a right back.
Yes, as a right
Okay. This is Orizodola or Aspilicueta.
Alvaro.
Okay.
Yeah, Alvaro. He's 21, keep in mind. 17 chances created and 4 assists. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's good from
that's a good one, especially at his age. Like
Yeah.
meaning all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see him since they already have him. I mean, they don't already have him, Stevie.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they don't have him. They still have he has a clause of 40 million.
No, they bought him this summer. Last summer rather.
Okay.
They did. Okay, but that's
I don't
as
think
far as
so.
I'm concerned. I think they loaned him out.
I don't.
Yeah.
But I think they got him for about 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is about 20. If they haven't yet, I see him going for about 20. Yeah, 20 million, just because he wants to play for Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
who
mean,
wouldn't want to play for Madrid?
it's not hard to get such players. And so, enlighten me a bit on Aspilicueta.
Oh, so Aspilicueta, as I said, is more of a short-term solution to at least create some stability in the back line. Because if I'm the manager of Madrid right now,
Yeah.
I'd exile, not exactly exile, but Ramos. I'd teach him some he needs some discipline.
Ramos definitely needs.
He needs some discipline. Like you can't just be that arrogant and still expect play for one of the biggest clubs in the world. That's like, especially as a captain.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
So I'd give the captaincy even to Modric, Cruz, or Varane, or Benzema.
That work, yeah.
Okay. Now I have another question.
Yeah.
I see Aspilicueta more of in the mold of older players, as like John Terry is not in the sense of the ability,
Yeah.
but in the sense of loyalty to clubs.
Yeah, you
Fair
think you will move.
Aspilicueta is a player who's been Chelsea for a very, very long time,
Yeah.
and has been subject to interest from bigger clubs,
Yeah.
but has remained at the bridge.
Yeah.
And he's captain of Chelsea, and I feel like.
You do not be.
And what price were you estimating getting him at?
So he's like 30 years.
He's 29 years old.
29. Oh,
Yeah.
That's
I'd
actually
say,
much.
I'd say about 40 for
Oh, we
him.
almost share birthdays in moment.
Yeah.
I'd say almost 40 for him.
Cool.
That's about okay. So, but do you think we could get him?
Madrid, yeah, you can get him. But that one you'll have to pay. But you'll have to
I
pay.
think you'd have to pay a bit
personally, no, like personal. The contract between the player and the club.
Uh-huh.
That one you'll have to pay him pretty well to know.
I think you can even get.
I actually think
Leave alone the transfer fee, but
I
now
think
his-
that transfer
his
would be
wages-
more of an issue than the wages, due to the fact that I mean he probably would take a pay cut to play at a higher club. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So what I'm trying to say is,
but I think because the players already know Madrid has money and is willing to spend it on you.
Mm.
I mean that's
Might
more
well
of the
just-
agent. That's more of the agent's
Yeah.
part. But what I'm trying to say is that to take someone's captain is not cheap. Is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. So I think he just might be at least 50 million.
50 million.
50 million, considering the captain factor.
Yeah.
And also, but I like where you're going in the sense of calling back Alvaro.
Yeah, that guy is just amazing.
Because
Like
he's
his
younger,
consistency is just amazing.
Exactly. So, actually
He's
like
like
that.
an Arnold in a way.
So you've pitched a centre back and he's pitched a right back.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Mhm.
And how much? Okay, it's a callback, so it's free. Basically, it's a free transfer.
Yeah.
Callback. And right then, what's the next position?
Me choose left wing.
Left wing.
Be on side, yeah.
That's right.
That's right. You
That's right.
on left, you're right.
Okay. Tell
So
me.
you're inside.
Left wing.
Left wing, obviously, the man himself, Eden Hazard.
All right.
100 them.
100
Sure.
then.
100 them, Eden Hazard.
Well, Chelsea put
No, this is now 250 sharp. I'm done now. 100, 100.
Hazard was not estimated, but Chelsea put a price tag apparently of 150.
115.
Yeah,
Okay.
115.
Hazard is
Wow.
28, yeah?
Hazard is 27. Not
Oof.
exactly
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he, of course, he's a very good player.
Yeah,
And there's been no secret that Madrid have wanted him for
for sure.
the longest time.
Yeah.
And so, as much as it pains me as a Chelsea player, I think he should go.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, tell me more.
You said that with so much pain. Anyway,
He's 28. He's 28.
yeah, so like, for me, I think obviously Hazard and Real Madrid have had that
They've
sort
been
of.
flirting.
They've been flirting, for sure. For sure, they've been flirting. Like, and he wants to. I think he has interest in it. Definite interest. Like, I think this whole thing of like coming and going and like I want to come, I want to go is, for me. If I was Real Madrid, I would just drop it from that 15 million price tag to 100 because you've been sort of. You've not been true to your word. You're telling the media this.
Yeah.
You'll go with Courtois, or you and Courtois are inseparable, but you didn't come. So what I'm trying to say is Hazard will go for 100M, and I think that, again, back to the whole Galactico aspect.
Yeah.
Amazing, good signing. The Real Madrid will be back at it again with the freshness. I feel Vinicius right now is just too young to carry that team.
Yeah,
Like,
it's too much pressure on him.
It's too much pressure right now. Even though he's playing fabulously, I think. Not yet. He can't carry a team on his back.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand what you mean by he doesn't have the ability to carry the team on his back,
Right.
in which Hazard has.
Could, yes.
Not could,
Yeah.
but I feel like he's
Yeah.
proven it both at Chelsea and
Chelsea,
Belgium.
exactly.
And so, with especially, considering all those. But what I want to ask is, do you think Vinicius will be willing to play second fiddle to Eden Hazard? Considering not even just Vinicius, but you have to think about someone who's, I feel like everyone forgot him, Marco Asensio.
Of course, yes.
Oh,
He's also a left winger.
Yeah.
By the way.
I does sell also Asensio to Chelsea for that would happen.
So you think you could get a swap?
For Asensio and Hazard.
but I don't think Madrid are that stupid.
But I think they're
But you know,
willing
it makes
to.
sense
They're
because
willing
I'd
to.
rather sell Asensio and keep Vinicius.
Yeah.
How old is this? How old is Vinicius?
Vinicius is our
Vinicius
age.
is
Yeah.
He's born in 2000.
And how old is Asensio?
Asensio is 22, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't sell either. I'd sell Benzema ASAP.
No, but you see, the thing is, it doesn't
Then
matter
keep
what. It
Vinicius
doesn't
as
matter what
striker.
they did.
No, I'm saying for a better deal.
Yeah, I'm saying. I'm just
To
thinking,
like indulge Chelsea.
And I don't think Chelsea will be willing to.
just
Yeah.
let Hazard go like that.
Another thing is, they might take or they may not.
Yeah.
What's his name? Kovacic is currently at Chelsea on loan.
Yeah.
They could also factor in that deal. Of
Oh yeah, they
You could keep him
Keep
and plus some
plus,
additional.
plus money at Hazard
Yeah.
and maybe Asensio in the deal if
Yeah.
it's if Chelsea can bargain well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
So I think
I see.
Hazard definitely has to come during the summer for Real to be back to the. Unless, keep in mind, if Real are willing to sacrifice the whole, if Real are sacrificing to be just a top 4 team in
Yeah.
the La Liga,
Mm.
not necessarily make it that far in the Champions League, just to be a good team, but not the best.
Yeah.
They could sacrifice that and not buy Hazard and just keep Vinicius and allow him to progress. But as I said, there are associated risks with that. Could be
Okay,
another
yeah.
Robinho
and right
situation.
now he got a major injury.
He's injured, isn't
Yeah.
he? You see? So what I'm saying is, yeah, so if Real are willing to sacrifice that, be my guest.
Alright.
But you have to put in the money for Hazard.
Okay.
You really need to get him to be back on top. Unless you're willing to take the patience and the risk, it's fine as well.
Alright.
So yeah,
That's a good pitch. I like that.
Yeah.
So tell me, what was your right wing option?
right wing option.
Raheem.
Sterling.
Oh. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Alright.
So
Yeah.
tell me
Can
why I
I
should
tell
pick.
you
You
guys
tell
why?
me why I should pick Sterling
Can
over
I tell you
Hazard.
guys why?
Tell
Yeah.
me.
Why? You,
No, as
No,
in,
because
those are
that's
two
not.
places.
I understand, but you
Yeah.
have to sign one or the other.
yeah.
let me tell you.
Tell me why I should.
Raheem, when
Yeah.
he came under Pep,
Mhm.
before he came under Pep, like I
It's
was,
just a very.
He's
It's
decent.
just a decent. Like,
yeah.
it's an okay.
It's okay.
Now Pep has transformed him rather into this versatile attacking player.
Correct.
He can play in that front three. Are you hearing me?
On either side.
He can play on that front three either anywhere.
He's not a striker though.
He can play. That's the thing that Pep has made in him.
He's just a good finisher now.
He can there's that. And if you look at Madrid's history, Bale, Benzema, Ronaldo, they were all playing anywhere in that
The
front
classic
three.
BBC.
Yeah, classic BBC.
Yeah.
Classic. That's what they were doing that. And now Raheem
Casting.
and now Raheem can do that exactly, perfectly. Can you imagine a front three with Hazard? With Hazard, Kylian, and Raheem there.
But you're saying we don't want to sign Hazard. Okay, but they would.
But I'm
This
just
is what I'm
saying,
saying in
yeah.
terms of money, knowing that you have 250 million.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. I'm taking it from his
Oh yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can imagine that front three.
Yeah.
Any of those players,
Wow.
they can all switch. They have the pace, and they're all good at finishing.
That's tough.
That's really hard. Yeah.
That's
That's
a
really
dream,
good. That's really
man.
yeah.
That's that'd now be another Galactico.
And keep in mind, Raheem actually had interest in moving
Yeah.
He had some before signing the contract.
before we bumped his pay raise.
Raheem loves Sterling.
So like he like outlandishly said that I'd prefer someone with a lot of sun. I was like,
Madrid.
Can you imagine?
I was like-
Modric giving him a nice pass then.
yeah,
Oh, then he can be right.
yeah, he'd have sun.
Still, don't get too shocked. But you
You
can
know
just
what
imagine.
I'm interested. Okay, yeah, sorry, but continue.
Yeah.
Just imagine that's a nice pass to him.
Okay, so then let me ask you. This
Yeah.
guy is young. Actually, he's actually not necessarily young in the sense of the leaked young.
Yeah. He is
He's
young.
developed young, like 25 young.
For sure, yes.
Like Harry Kane young is
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
In the sense that it's not necessarily a situation of risk reward,
Yeah.
and that knowing that it's that, he's probably gonna be the most expensive of the lot.
For sure. Yeah. City won't sell him for cheap. We
I mean,
won't. Yeah.
They're looking to make a lot of him.
Mhm.
And so what I'm trying to say is, how much do you think we're getting Sterling for?
Almost my whole transfer budget, but 100.
100 million.
Yeah, so that's 200 at least.
Interesting. Are you? Are you being optimistic or do you think?
That's me too.
But how much did we sign him for?
He signed
signed
it for 50.
50, yeah.
Yeah.
So 50 million profit.
That's little. Concerning
That's not,
this-
yeah. Concerning his caliber,
And
Right now.
the seasons, the market.
yeah,
The
exactly.
market.
And
People like Coutinho.
who would we buy is the thing to replace him. I mean,
They said,
yeah, I mean, then we could trust Mahrez more, but then that means we won't have the pace on the
means you
attack
can get
anymore.
Mbappe.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't risk on Mbappe, to be honest. If I was City, I would not
I
go.
would.
I would. You
I'll
would?
go all out for him. First of all, he's very marketable in that sense. And he's just everything ever.
No,
else
but
right now.
did he sign a new contract?
Who?
Mbappe.
Yeah, he did.
Raheem.
He did. He signed.
That makes him more expensive.
He signed an extension. Yeah.
Well, till
Last year.
Last year,
Latter last year.
till 2023, I think.
Is it?
What?
Because last time I heard about him, he hadn't signed a contract.
He did. He signed. We
signed.
finally broke, and we said, okay, fine, we'll pay. He's not the highest. He's not the highest paid English player.
Because when I was saying that, man, knew this guy hadn't signed a contract, and he might be. He was leaving the season.
No. He's staying.
Oh,
He signed an extension. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. He signed an extension.
come on! I up it up a bit to 110. I mean 120.
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he hadn't signed his contract.
120 plus, you have to pay him wages like 400k. 400
That's
wages.
little for Madrid.
Okay, yeah, for Madrid.
That's
yeah.
little.
Madrid.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
you wouldn't even demand 400k.
Not even that.
Because the best of the best are paid 400k.
For sure. Yeah.
Like that's
Sanchez.
Messi's money.
But let me tell you something.
Or
If
Ronaldo.
we win the Champions League this season, God,
He's staying.
he's never leaving until his contract is finished.
And maybe for a
Yeah.
better challenge. Or
Yeah.
God,
get a
please let
challenge.
United win.
So,
So that Raheem can leave.
But if we don't win, I give him 2 more seasons, then he'll leave. I mean, maybe he'll finish his contract.
maybe
then
now
he'll
another
go.
hazard situation.
But you realize 2023 is not that far.
It's not that far in terms,
For
but
years,
for
for years.
footballing, it's a lot.
Okay, yeah.
You have to understand that's 4 Champions League finals from now on.
Yeah.
that's very far.
That's a lot.
That's a lot,
Teams don't
yeah.
have 4
Yeah, most
Champions
people
League.
don't have 4.
Tottenham.
That's 0.
Yeah, 0. Yeah.
0 trophies. not
City.
Champions Leagues.
Yeah, my throat is a bit achy.
It's each year.
Arsenal. Washinda. Hey, so it's also hurting.
Man's hunting a bit. It's the Champions League. Those who won Champions League feel it.
It's dust.
Sometimes you got to go, oh wait.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Sorry.
the dust from your trophy cabinet.
Oh, United. Nah,
They won't
gotta-
solve.
I won the Champions League. Don't cry.
That's the argument. Club World Cup.
That World Cup is trash. That's
Have they reached there?
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
It's trash, but have they reached there? And let's continue.
Really? Okay, so what other positions did you get you people? Is there any
I thought of Alexandro.
Alexandro? Okay.
Alexandro.
Same, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
How much did you get him?
left to right. I mean, this is justice because I've already exceeded my limit. But
Okay,
maybe,
so it was
maybe
if you was to replace someone on your budget, who did it be?
what does he play? Right or left?
Left.
Right. See, Vasquez plays there, right? No,
The left back.
left to back.
Marcelo.
Sorry, Marcelo plays. Yeah, Marcelo is dead right now.
Yeah.
No, imagine he got an assist finally.
Yeah, but,
Fine.
But now it's because
Zidane
Zidane's
mean you're
back.
good.
Yeah.
But you understand that? And
Yeah,
that doesn't necessarily mean you're good.
I mean, if you are going to act like a baby once a new manager comes in,
Do you guys really? We're not going back to this. But
Yeah.
do you guys really understand how much of a toll it takes on a player?
I understand. I mean, I understand in terms of morale, but then you have to keep in mind you're being paid.
You can't.
Can I tell you
It's
something?
still a job.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got this from one of our fans, at Lucas Kisila.
Mm.
He said he himself, he understands English, yeah?
Mm.
But he suffered when he went to the US to play football. Because they speak English as well, but
Yeah.
the communication, their English is not the same English that he's used to.
I understand what you mean.
Okay, fine. What
You're
I'm
not
trying
going
to say is
you're not going to this. You're
fine,
not making
but
sense.
with Marcelo, I don't know.
You haven't made sense.
But anyway, you get on the
You're talking
train.
about Bale's situation.
I understand what you're saying in terms of like having a connection with the team players.
Yeah.
But you have to keep in mind it's not like everyone is gone. It's not like everyone is gone.
It's not like he hasn't
And
been
he's been
playing.
there for years.
It's not like
It's
it's not like he hasn't been playing with
not
Ramos.
like-
He's been playing.
It's
He's
like-
been
it's
playing
like
with
your
Ramos
best-
longer than
It's like your
Ronaldo.
best friend leaves you, yeah? Like he just wakes up one morning and leaves you without saying
He
goodbye.
knew he was going to
Fine,
leave,
but
I'm so
at the
sure.
end of the
I know,
day,
yeah, he knew, obviously.
at the end of the day, you have to understand that it's still a job. You're being paid hundreds of thousands of euros.
Pounds and euros.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is, I understand your point for like communication and whatnot, but you have to also understand that you're being paid thousands of euros in wages. and you have to perform day week in, week out.
That,
Understand
at
that.
that time, that players go off on also.
No, but that doesn't mean you don't. Okay, I
Yeah.
feel like we're digressing a bit.
Yeah,
we
Anyway.
have totally.
So anyway, back to Alexandro. I think Alexandro can be the perfect replacement for
How
Marcelo.
old is he?
He's
It's quite young.
He's not old.
You know that old.
To
Yeah.
say the least.
But I don't think I see him living in right now.
He can.
Or in
He
the 2
will.
seasons with Ronaldo there.
I think he's.
I think
he's
it's a high-
seeing the bigger project, maybe.
Yeah.
Nah, I get that, but with Ronaldo at Juventus,
That's
they
what I'm
have a
saying.
high-
The bigger project.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Juventus.
Yeah, with Ronaldo there, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, he's 28. He's actually quite old. I mean,
Well,
not that old, but anyway. Yeah. I wouldn't put too much money on him.
okay.
I'll just maybe crisp, maybe 30.
Any other mentions you might have put in?
This was like a while ago, but I thought they could get Ericsson.
oh,
Let me
that's
tell you
actually
something.
Yeah,
that's
Eriksen,
actually the
yeah.
plot right now.
Considering Ericsson is not signing a new contract, you can get
Yeah.
him on a free.
Ericsson, you
That's
could
in the-
get
that's actually the plot.
Ericsson maybe for depth, that
For depth.
midfield, and you never know with Modric.
Exactly.
Modric could deplete in form,
Best player.
So
in the
could
world.
Cruz.
and so
That's
could
them.
Cruz has to leave.
Eventually.
Yeah, he'll have to leave. I would just say maybe Ericsson. Ericsson could be a good fit in Madrid, I think.
Definitely, yes. I also see that. And considering the fact he could come on a free, it's actually a very
Ericsson, yeah. Ericsson could be a good.
considering his age, he's not the youngest, and the fact that he can come on a free, it's,
Yeah, but the thing is also Real are coming in young, but
yeah.
it's good for depth, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, a free Ericsson, any club would take.
And
Any club.
sure.
Madrid, even if you're Ajax and you want to take young
Yeah.
players.
Let me ask you, how come? Let me just say this. I know we had a discussion about this, but why is it that people never say they want to go to Barcelona? I know we had a discussion, but not as much as Madrid.
Yeah, because Madrid is more lucrative.
Madrid you're always hearing on the news Madrid is interested in you if you're a player.
You see, the thing is,
Yeah.
so many people it's not even that they say, it's just that the rumors that circulate. Real Madrid, because the thing is, as I said, I've said this before,
Yeah.
or Real Madrid used to, or maybe still, I guess, go for the best of the best.
Yeah.
Galactico model.
Yeah.
They still
In
lost
which-
to Monaco. Monaco made a comeback.
Monaco?
Yeah.
No,
Was it during the Galactico time?
Okay, I'm not trying to wait.
No,
Let
not
me
back
get
then,
my
not
point.
back then.
No, I'm just saying.
Because even think about it, they signed Kaká when they signed Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And even though Kaká at the time, I was fresh off winning the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we thought, this guy's just stuck. And they do the Bale, Modric, it's Cruz, it just screams Galactic.
For sure.
But you also have to consider the fact that, okay, they are going. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, it's more, we hear it a lot more because, let's give an example, Pogba
In Real.
and Pogba and Real, or Hazard and Real. These are big players. These are players that they're headline grabbers. What I'm saying. You'd rather put, let's say, Pogba in a headline than who did this guy say? Like Malcolm. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Malcolm came out and said like it was a dream. Like you remember you're supposed to sign for Roma,
Yeah.
and literally hours later he signed for Barcelona. And I remember reading something and he said Barcelona, like when Barcelona come calling, you don't hang up.
Of course.
Like,
Yeah.
It's
basically,
not a bad decision from him.
yes, I think so.
Malcolm to
To Barcelona, because in that time where there's your Dembele and all, I never see him getting more game time than Dembele, and he barely plays. But I mean, it could pay off at the end of the day.
Yeah.
The team revamping slowly.
Barcelona definitely have depth.
They have depth for years,
They
and they're
can-
still adding on to it.
Yeah. Kevin Prince.
Boy, that's just depth city,
Depth, yeah. I mean, yeah. I think the thing is with Barcelona, they want to rest up the good players, is what I'm saying. Like they want, so
For the
like
big
Copa
matches.
del Rey could be like just their basic B team or C team.
But I think Barcelona, they're Real Madrid, and nowadays we might be seeing it less, but because Real Madrid are incorporating the Barca system of young buyer
Yeah.
or developed players.
But they're still buying young, big names.
We didn't know Vinicius before last season.
For sure.
Wasn't he from the academy?
No, he was from Brazil.
Ah.
He was from the
I think
Brazil, straight from Brazil.
what team? Yeah, with all the
Santos, I
I
think.
think yeah.
So Santos. And so basically, that's what I was trying to say. That the reason that maybe Barcelona, you don't hear Barcelona as much because they buy younger,
For sure, yeah.
they come through from the academy. So that's basically, you've given me your choices each.
Yeah.
And so I've made my choices. I have made my choices. So I'll start off with the striking. Wait, you told me Sterling would be how much? 120, right?
That's true. Yeah, that's
120 million. So I've made a few decisions here.
Yeah.
In the striking options,
Yeah.
this was hard.
Yeah.
Because Mbappe.
Mbappe, of course. Yeah.
And I'm surprised none of you came up with Neymar.
I mean, I wouldn't. No. Big risk, huge risk.
But yeah, I'm surprised though because considering
yeah, of course, it's
Neymar.
big name. Yeah.
So basically, so between Harry Kane and Mbappe,
Yeah.
for purposes of what we know and being lesser, I went with Harry Kane. It may first of all, it's easier to price him off Spurs than it would be from
For sure.
PSG.
PSG.
Because if PSG decide they want to make,
When is his release clause?
I don't know his release clause, but he might not even have one.
Yeah.
But
For Kylian.
yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that these guys would most likely not like to make a profit of Mbappe,
Yeah.
and someone to pay greater than 180
Yeah.
is difficult. I mean, Real would probably be the ones to do it, but
Mhm.
I don't see it. I think they'd rather go for Harry Kane,
Yeah.
and in the sense that I feel like he's a kind of closer player to Benzema
Yeah.
than Kylian is to Benzema.
Right.
I feel like they've done what Benzema at his time in Real Madrid has done well,
Yeah.
and I think that if you keep that model, it can only be better.
Mhm.
And so
But also like Zidane, like that French connection.
the French connection, there could be that. I mean, there are many factors.
But I think that you'd go for King.
I would go for Kane in this instance.
Doesn't King kind of plays like Zidane? No.
Maybe not as agile,
No,
but
yeah.
but yeah,
It's kind of
he's very.
Yeah,
Kane
that-
is the one of the most clinical strikers
For
around,
sure.
if not the most. And so I would go for Harry Kane in this instance.
Yeah.
And so that's 100 million gone.
Yeah.
So we have
One-
250 left.
yeah.
So between De Ligt and Koulibaly, it wasn't too hard for me because I've gone De Ligt.
Yeah, delete for sure.
Personally, I'm a person who would rather sign a younger player than someone like Koulibaly.
Yeah.
Koulibaly is still a really good player, but I feel like Real Madrid is not for him. If he's to move maybe to the Premier League, I see it's better for him. It'd make more sense to go to United for him.
Mm-hmm.
But in this instance, I'd take a 50 million Matthias De Ligt
Mm-hmm.
for all the reasons, you know.
Yeah, of course.
And he only look like can go upwards, but
Mhm.
as you said, the risk reward kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a defender, I think, under the mentorship of both Ramos and Varane. I mean, Ramos personally, I don't believe he's as good as people make him out to be. I still think that he would be
He's seen
still
stuff.
be good.
Yeah, he's seen
He's
stuff.
not bad.
Yeah, he's seen stuff.
And Varane can only make him better if they play together. The thing is, they can build a partnership for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
The league being 19 and Varane being practically very young himself.
Yeah.
So that's the lead. So you have Harry Kane and the lead so far
Yeah.
to fill in the positions, and in the next position, those are Aspilicueta or Arizo, that guy Alvaro. I think that was simple with taking Alvaro because he's free basically. Calling him back from loan.
Yeah.
He's free, and I was impressed by some of the stats this guy told me.
Yeah.
And so I like that, and it definitely makes us easier. It makes it very easy, and so Alvaro basically.
Yeah.
And before I go to the penultimate one, the last one, which is Hazard or Sterling for me, I'd like to say that because of course these players they're gonna slot in. Okay, personally, these are players who are gonna slot in straight into the first team. So that means there are people who need to be sold. So that means in this instance, I would sell Sergio Ramos, who I think can get a good 50 million for.
Mm-hmm.
To maybe wherever he goes, he will go.
I'm
sure United.
He looks like
I feel like United would
No,
pay
I don't
too
think
much money for
Porto.
him even.
Yeah.
Porto.
Maybe go back to.
I see a small
Porto.
mid-table club picking him.
Porto,
I don't see him doing that. I feel like
he wouldn't go to any other team in Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I only see him. Yeah, either moving away from Spain or
PSG even.
PSG would pay too much for him. Even
PSG would pay a lot.
like
PSG could
sides
pay.
or even 70.
Yeah. PSG are always like that. They only sign
They overpay for players.
old.
If they do that, will
Not
they get
necessarily.
transfer ban
No.
for fair play?
No, because that's assuming that they haven't bought anyone else in that window.
Yeah.
Because it works for per window.
Yeah.
If they buy someone else,
It depends on how much they spend and how much they.
how is the maximum?
I'm not very sure.
No, see, they have to make they shouldn't make a loss, is all they're saying. Yeah, they shouldn't make a loss at all.
So from what their transfer budget was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sell Ramos. You also sell Benzema, as you said.
Yeah.
Or or Benzema. Which is, I mean, you could go to a very solid mid-table side, maybe not mid-table, but as you said, Spurs. I kind of see him there. I don't know.
I could see him there.
Even PSG.
Yeah. PSG.
You can dump them at you can dump them together.
Cavani.
Oh no, I wouldn't. I actually realized. Just somewhere, maybe back to like somewhere in Monaco.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like,
someone who can afford his wages, basically. No Monaco are rich, to be fair. Maybe back to Lyon where he started. Players like that kind of. Yeah. And I think he'd be willing to take a pay cut to return them.
Yeah.
Knowing that he's not in the best of his abilities at that point.
Yeah.
And for right back, selling Carvajal, I can only see him staying in Spain. Maybe going to a lower Valencia or Sevilla. And I think that's for Sevilla or Valencia, just assuming. I think that'd be a really good signing for either club.
For sure.
So basically, that's the dead weight we're getting rid of to slot these guys into the first team. So for Hazard and Sterling.
Yeah.
Or Sterling.
Yeah.
This is difficult considering we ticked off 150 million. But considering, let's say, funny things, maybe like 70 or closer to 100, we've almost freed up in a sense. But of course, it doesn't all go to the transfer budget. So let's say about 70.
Yeah.
So we have maybe in excess. So we have about 170, you could say, if not less. And so, Hazard and Sterling, that's a hard one. Personally,
Sterling is younger.
Let's wait out, yeah.
So there are very many things we could do. Whatever. The thing is, Sterling, we know is yet to reach his peak. I believe.
Yeah, for sure, he's
and we could say Hazard right now is playing at the peak of his powers since World Cup. Since about.
I think for me, Hazard has been playing at his peak. I feel for me at Chelsea there are times, where like he'd have a season off.
And then come back.
Even much stronger.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's an attitude thing. I mean, not an attitude, but like
yeah, definitely. I think attitude the issue, and so which makes sense. And I think at Real Madrid, which is always talked about.
Yeah, for me, I think Hazard is the player that never changes. I think he's always good.
He's very good. People see he's inconsistent. I mean, by stats. Yeah. People only go to stats when it's Hazard. I don't know. I feel like that's. People never look at other people's stats, but only when Hazard does badly. Like, he scored one goal that time.
Truly, what I think is for Hazard, as I said, it's the whole attitude problem. But so when you take like analogous data that's not empirical, that can't be counted, how he carries his team.
Hazard is something else.
He is truly something else. Even though he doesn't directly, he still did. He was basically the catalyst that did the things prior to, say, a goal or an assist.
Yeah, and I always feel like if you remember his performance against Brazil for Belgium, he was the best player there, honestly.
For sure, hands down.
And people say he's very, like I said, attitude, but also you have to remember this guy is a captain of his country.
For sure.
With people like Company there and Alvarez and Betonga, people we think are much better leaders. There's a reason that the managers picked him.
Yeah.
And so I think he also brings something different to Sterling, maybe. And so, that's for Hazard. And
for me, my thing for Hazard is, have you ever wondered what it would be if Hazard wasn't carrying the team? If he was actually getting service instead of trying to fight for the ball himself.
Then he could be...
You've never wondered because he's always been carrying the team. We've never seen him actually wait for a pass or fight for a ball or something. He's always... especially under his last three managers, Mourinho, Conte and Sarri, they play more of a defensive style. Sarri maybe not, but Sarri tends to drop down sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, so what I'm trying to say is, have you ever wondered what it would be if he was getting service?
And that'd be amazing.
Yeah. You've never wondered.
But the thing is, at Real Madrid, he will have service, but I don't think he'll change. Because, I mean, we've been saying Real Madrid, after losing Ronaldo, they've basically been missing something. And we'd say Ronaldo does carry.
He did.
He did. As much as he was also relying on the service, he did. Now you can imagine if he's getting service as well as putting in his own effort.
He just put.
He could be amazing.
He's a good fit. So the case for Sterling is maybe age. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, this is from my
He's
perspective.
been developing.
Yeah.
I see he's been developing in an interesting way. Sterling has always shown potential, but under Pep, we've seen that he can become a world class player.
For sure.
In the likes, so he can go to be put in the brackets of your Neymars and your Hazards.
For sure.
Give him to 4 seasons. If Pep continues at City,
He
another
could,
3
yeah.
seasons, I see him winning a Ballon d'Or. I know that's too much of a stretch, but I see him winning.
He won't win because he's black, by the way. Anyway, so
Yeah.
that's just
That's just by the way.
that's not a fact. It's just
an
something.
opinion.
It's an opinion. Anyway, let me continue. So basically, Sterling, he's younger. He's showing. The thing is, if he's this good right now, he can be better than Hazard, I believe. Hazard, at Sterling's age, he was never. Maybe you just didn't hear about, but he was never as outstanding as he did.
Sure.
You could maybe say you could also say the team he plays under is also a very big factor. Sterling.
Sure. Yeah.
And that might be the difference between him and Hazard. But what I'm trying to say is that Sterling and Hazard they're both really good players. And so basically, I think that this is a very hard decision.
Yeah.
In terms of money, Hazard is cheaper. And we know his exact price because Chelsea have said it. It would be easier to get him off Chelsea because he also wants it less than Sterling. Of course, Sterling would love a Madrid move. But
he just
he's
signed a
under contract
yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is difficult.
Yeah, it's
People know I'm a Chelsea fan. And whatever I say,
actually just before you make the decision, why don't you comment down on who do you think should fill in this slot?
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah. Sorry, before I went into my American Idol type thing, this is hard.
Yeah.
Because I'll say it again. You know, I'm a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
And if I pick Hazard, people are like,
yeah.
he's just a Chelsea fan, you know.
So it's definitely bad.
But you also have to think of it in this way. I'd never like to see Hazard leave. You know.
Yeah, got you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never like to see Hazard leave. So basically, for this, I'm going Hazard basically for the Madrid mode. First of all, because he's the Galactico type mode. Secondly, Sterling will be a bit more expensive now, and if you wait 3 years, in which Hazard would have declined, and Sterling would be hitting his peak, that's when you sign Sterling. I don't think it's the time to sign Sterling. Let him develop more under Pep, become the better player, and take him when he's better. As simple as that.
Yeah.
And so for me, that's why I'm picking Hazard. We have gone over the budget of 250 million because we did free up a bit of space from a bit of players. And so basically, we have gotten, just to confirm, we have gotten Harry Kane, Matthias de Ligt, called back Alvaro, and brought in Eden Hazard.
Yeah.
So basically, it would line up like this. So we line up with Hazard on left, Harry Kane is our striker. On the right, I guess we could have Bale or Vinicius. That one can be rotated with all Vinicius and all. And in the midfield, keep the same midfield of Kroos, Modric, Casemiro. Left
Question
back
is for how long?
For that's not
that
we'll worry about when the time comes. They're still very quality.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
They're still very quality. And left back keep Marcelo, and now we have Varane and De Ligt, and on the right back we have Alvaro. Whether we keep Courtois or he goes, not considering the fact that Zidane is a better. He prefers Keylor Navas.
Yeah.
So it's whatever. And so basically that's how we basically lined up for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So
Yes, that's it.
I think that's if Real Madrid were to make these signings this coming summer, they're definitely back in the talk for winning Champions League. They're definitely gonna challenge Barcelona. So yeah, so how's that? I guess you say we fixed up Real Madrid, hopefully. I guess.
You're welcome, Zidane.
You're welcome. I hope you're watching this.
Thank you.
If Hazard is signed, just know it's because of me.
Oh please.
Hazard, no, promise you, bro. Hazard or Harry Kane, it's because of me.
Yeah.
So basically, that's it. So it was a rather shorter podcast today.
Yeah. We still have the thing for what would you like to. Yeah.
I mean, we're running low on time today, but we enjoyed that. I enjoyed that personally. That was something new. To be fair, I did get the idea from another podcast. It's called Football Daily. You should at least give it a listen or watch that channel. To be fair, and so thank you for watching this episode of the Ball Boys Podcast, episode number 4. We're going strong. I just recently saw that the first trivia one went to 100 views.
100 views just today.
I'm just grateful for that nonetheless.
Special thanks.
Thank you very much. And we'd like to hit 100 subscribers, so please subscribe and like the video.
Subscribing is free.
Yeah.
You don't get to
You
pay.
don't have to pay. Tell your parents you don't have to pay. I know
Yeah.
my task. You know, so
no
we
credit.
know.
We
know,
cool, bro. We
feel you.
cool. Yes.
And so basically, we'd like to thank you for that. If you like to see such, in which we can fix up more teams, if you like this kind of speculation, then just tell us, comment below what Jonah first told you.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Should between Hazard and
Sterling.
Raheem.
And secondly,
Yeah.
I'd like you to give me your ideas, basically. Comment your ideas for which teams we should do next if you want us to do it. There'll be a poll above. I don't know if it's left or right on me right now, but I'll put it up if you'd like to see it. And so we'd like to thank you for that, basically.
Also,
And
hit us up on Instagram.
on Instagram, yeah, by the
Our DMs are free.
You don't charge.
You don't charge DMs.
we don't charge DMs
Yeah.
on both Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
They'll be written down on the screen as well. So follow that, follow our Instagram, follow our Twitter.
Yeah.
And thank you for that.
Also, if you also know us, you can just hit us up.
Also, tell your friends of friends of friends of friends of friends of other friends to watch the podcast.
And also, I know the quiz comes before this video,
Yeah.
so watch the quiz. as
Watch
well.
the quiz as well.
Watch the
We
quiz.
have
You have a special guest.
there's a special guest.
So basically,
Most of you know him.
most of you, well, not most,
Most.
but enough of you.
Yeah.
Some of you know.
Some of you would want to know him.
Hey,
Yeah, some of you we can.
Yeah,
Why are we hyping this guy up?
okay, sorry.
Nah.
Alright. We really dragged this out.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I
if you'd like to see any us do any new thing or what you'd like us to change, please
Yeah.
tell us.
Tell us, please. And we're always listening to your opinions and what you think we should do, and we've incorporated some of them. And so, thank you for watching this Ball Boys podcast episode, and peace.
Yo, BB.